Alright, imagine pulling a phone out of your pocket and then just casually unfolding it into something the size of a mini tablet. Yeah, that's not a concept anymore. Apple's foldable iPhone is very real, and for the first time, we're getting a proper look at what it might actually feel like to use. So here's the deal. Dummy units, the kind that usually leak right before iPhones launch, are already floating around, and the guys over at Max Tech managed to get their hands on one. And honestly, this gives us a pretty solid idea of what Apple's cooking. Let's start with the main event. You open this thing up and boom, you're looking at a 7.8-inch display. That's basically iPad mini territory. Same 4:3 aspect ratio too, so it's got that proper tablet feel instead of the tall, narrow vibe you get on most foldables. It's just slightly smaller than the iPad mini's 8.3-inch screen, but close enough that you probably wouldn't notice day to day. Now when you close it, it shrinks down to around 5.5 inches, so you're going from a compact phone to a mini tablet in seconds. That's the whole appeal here. But here's where things get kind of wild. When they compared it to an iPhone 17 Pro Max in landscape, the width is almost identical. But the foldable is way taller, like nearly 57% taller. So for stuff like watching videos or gaming, you're getting a lot more vertical space without it feeling squished. Think bigger controls, more immersive content, right? It just makes sense. Now, the outer screen. This is where some people might raise an eyebrow. There are mixed reports, but it's looking like somewhere between 5.3 and 5.5 inches. And yeah, that's actually smaller than something like the iPhone 13 mini. So if you're used to big phones, this might feel a bit cramped at first. In the hands-on clips, it definitely looks compact, like properly one-handable, but maybe not ideal if you've got larger hands. Design-wise, Apple's doing its own thing. The power button has Touch ID built in, and there's also a separate camera control button, which is interesting. Volume buttons are placed along the top edge, kind of like the iPad mini layout. And yeah, no Face ID here. Apparently there just isn't enough space internally, which makes sense on a foldable this thin. Apple seems to be leaning into practicality instead. Things like being able to adjust camera settings one-handed without losing grip. Flip it around and you'll see a raised camera module. Not huge, but definitely there. Only 2 lenses, not 3. So this isn't trying to be a full Pro Max replacement in terms of cameras. It's more about the form factor. Thickness is another big talking point. The dummy unit comes in at about 11 millimeters when folded. Some leaks suggest it could be closer to 9 or 9.5 millimeters in the final version, but either way, that's pretty slim for a foldable. And if the rumors about it being around 4.5 millimeters when unfolded are true, that would make it ridiculously thin. Like Apple-level engineering flex. As for timing, everything points to a September launch alongside the next Pro iPhones, likely the iPhone 18 Pro lineup. And from what we're hearing, those will look pretty familiar, just with a few refinements like a smaller dynamic island and slightly chunkier camera hardware. So, putting it all together, this foldable iPhone gives you a near iPad mini-sized display, a compact outer screen, Touch ID instead of Face ID, dual cameras, and a design that's clearly not trying to copy Samsung. This is Apple approaching foldables in a very Apple way. And honestly, that's what makes it interesting. Because the big question isn't just, is it good? It's whether this approach actually makes more sense than what we already have. So would you take a smaller outer screen if it meant a better inner display? Or is that already a deal breaker? Drop your thoughts below. I'm curious where you land on this. And stick around, because if this thing launches, it's going to be one of the biggest shifts in iPhone history.